Alright everyone, welcome to the class. This is an intensive summer statistics and research methods class offered at United African University of Tanzania. So hi everyone, my name is Misu Kim and I'll be teaching this course throughout this month. So welcome and nice meeting you all, although I haven't seen you yet. So before I start, let me just tell you a little bit about myself. Um, like I said before, my name is Misu Kim. I am currently in New York, in the United States. I recently graduated from college. Um, I majored in actuarial science. I'm pretty sure you've never heard of it before, so I'm going to tell you later what it is about. But I can tell you this. It's pretty much combination of statistics and business. So I have a lot of experience in math and statistics, and that's why I'm teaching this course right now. And yeah, so I graduated from Baruch College in New York, um, and that's one of the good things about me because I I was in your shoes not even a few months, a month before this. I was a college student and I know exactly how you feel. So hopefully that will help me throughout the course when I'm explaining stuff or when I'm assigning you a project. So since this is an online class, a lot of the communication will be done through the email. So this is my email. If you have any questions or if you are concerned about anything, just let me know. Shoot me an email and I'll be more than glad to answer your questions and just talk to you. So, and sorry, I don't have a picture of myself or, um, but we will do a Skype session so you will be able to see me later on. So this is how this class is going to work. This is an online class. Um, so what it means is that I'm not going to see you in person, but you will get to see this video. This is pre-recorded lecture. It's going to be about 2 hours, and right after this lecture, we will have a Q&A session. So um, I think it's going to be around 30 minutes to 45 minutes, but it really depends on you guys. If you guys have any questions, we can have it for an hour. That's totally fine. But if you don't have any questions, then it might get short. So let's see how this works. So since I am not physically present in the classroom, you will have to jot down any questions that you have throughout the lecture. So say I'm explaining stuff and you don't understand it. I want you to write it down so you can ask me during this Q&A session. So this is at the end of the lecture. Whatever you don't get, you can ask me and we'll be able to communicate through, I think through Skype. Yeah. And everything that I used for this class, for example, any notes or slideshows, PowerPoint like this, will be sent via email. So I will have your email addresses. So just look out for that. I'm also working on um, making a classroom website so you can download stuff and upload stuff, but I am not 100% sure yet. So um, we will see what happens. But if that works out, we will have a website where you can download all the notes, PowerPoint, or directions, anything like that, and you can upload your assignments, homework, or projects. And yeah, I just covered that. So assignments are submitted electronically. Alright, so I know you are all concerned about grading. This is a big portion of college. I've been there before. Um, so this is the breakdown of the grading. So first of all, we have a final project, and I'm going to talk about this in detail later on. So I'm just gonna skip on that, but it's 40% of your grade, so it's a big chunk. I want you to work on it. I want you to do your research. I mean, this after all, this is a research method class. I mean, if you know statistics and if you just know the theories, it's pretty much useless. We have to put it into a context where you can use it, where it's meaningful, right? So I want you to work on a research project, and that's your final project, 40% of your grade. And we're gonna have two exams, exam 1 and exam 2. One is a midterm and the other one is the final, where I'm gonna test you on the basic conceptual statistics. So um, there might be some math, there might be some definitions, um, but I want you to get the basics down. So I want you to really know the basics and principles. So that's part of the exam. And the exam might also be um, written and also programming. We're going to talk about it a little later on, but we will have programs to work on. We're going to use mainly two different ones, so you might have to work on those programs when you're taking the exam. And also we have 20% of your grade is your assignments. So this is basically homework. I'm going to give you um, something to work on after each session, and those will be graded as part of your final grade. Alright, so let's talk about the final project first. So this is any topic of your choice, but it has to be pre-approved by me. So what it means is that anything that interests you, whether it's sports or I don't even know, but anything that interests you. If you look around, statistics is present everywhere. So if you look around, um, weather forecasting is uh, statistics related. What else? Election or testing. So what I'm trying to say is you can find statistics almost everywhere. So I want you to just pick a topic, narrow it down, and pick a topic. And then we will do data collection. We're gonna gather data, and then you're gonna make a meaningful statement out of it. So I'm gonna guide you through it, so don't worry about it too much, but just be aware that that you have to have a topic. So as you're listening to a lecture, or if as you're just as you're doing your assignments, just think of a topic that interests you, that might be interesting to you, and you can make sure I approve it before you work on it, so it doesn't conflict later on. So that's the topic part. Um, yeah, some examples are finance. If you're interested in business side finance, there's a lot of things going on in finance, right? It's always moving. The prices, stock prices, that's one example, I guess. And census, I'm not sure if you know this concept of census, but it's in here in US they do something called census, where um, the government sends out a lot of people to houses to count the number of people in each state, um, each neighborhood. Um, we There is also races and ethnicity counting, so there's a lot of things going on, but pretty much counting the population of the entire nation is the purpose of the census. And it could either be an experiment or observational studies. Um, we're gonna talk about this later, so don't worry about it. But you will also have a written report. So you're gonna talk about how you gather your data and how you analyze it, and your conclusion as well. So I'm gonna give you a template, or rather a sample, so you can follow the direction and guidelines there. And also, you are going to present your findings, so your project in front of your class. I'm not going to be there physically, so I will probably see you through Skype, but definitely I will see your presentation. So you will be, when you're done with your project, we will have the presentation time. So everyone has to present before the class. Alright, so and assignments are, as I said before, like a mini project based on the lecture. So you will have one of these every class, so which means every day almost. So, but it's not going to be anything complex. It's going to be pretty simple. If you understood the lecture, you will have no problem doing it. But it's just helping you understand the concepts. And a lot of these assignments or homework will be program based, so you will be using your computer, that's the software, and also there might be some problem solving. And these are the programs that we're gonna use. Microsoft Excel. I initially I wasn't going to use Excel, but Excel is everywhere. It's not just in US, it's everywhere, like especially in business sector. Excel is prevalent, so I want you to know the basics. So we are going to use Excel as well, but our main focus will be SAS. Um, that's a statistic software where you can analyze the data. It's pretty easy, and this is why we don't do statistics by hand, because you're not going to add 50,000 numbers. If you just do it through the program, it will do it for you within a second, right? So that's the purpose of using these programs. And when we do research, it's it's always like that. It's always analyzing the data, but we're not going to do it by hand because it's time consuming. It might have errors, and just computer programs are more trustworthy, so that's what we're going to stick with. So you will have access to SAS University Edition, and also Microsoft Excel. So those are the two programs that we're going to use.